Hi guys, if you like this content, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you are interested in private coaching, go to www.coachcat.org, and that's kat.org. So what are some things that make a narcissist very nervous? And what are some things that might cause them to panic and to start trying to source out a new source of supply or secure a new source of supply? Or what are some things that are going to sort of destabilize a narcissist? Well, remember, they are creating a fantasy self. They are so disconnected from their true selves that they are sending a mask. They're sending a representative. They are sending an ambassador to relationships. And usually that mask is one of perfection. It's also custom tailored to initially mirror the person that they are sort of getting into relationship with. So they mimic and mirror their new sources of supply. So if you're the recipient of this, then you feel like, oh, wow, I've met my soulmate. I met somebody who's just like me. They have the same political ideology. They have the same spiritual beliefs. They think like I do. They love the same sort of things I do. So you feel very flattered because there's this incredible mirroring that's occurring, right? And you feel like you've never met somebody so much like you. Just wait, because that's the idealization. That's when they have you on the pedestal. That's where the mirroring occurs. Then there's the devaluation, and then there's the discard. 3 phases of the relationship with the narcissist. And this is inevitable. This happens in every single one of their relationships. If you talk to their ex-relationship partners, you will find out this is exactly the same trajectory that they've been through over and over and over again. So, this allows them, when they have this fantasy self, right? This allows them to actually abuse others because they're sending this false self, this fantasy self, and underneath it, they're doing all of these sort of duplicitous deeds. They're cheating, they're lying, they're stealing, they're being fraudulent, they're trying to bilk you out of property, like blocking your name on the title, or they're stealing from you. They're using you in some way. This is usury. This is absolutely usury. And what really makes them nervous is somebody who will confront them, somebody who will confront them on their lies, somebody who has integrity, somebody who is trying to live an honest life and who calls them out. When you start to advocate for yourself and you perhaps you're starting to question them about the money. Perhaps you're trying to get your name on the title of a house that you've been buying together since the day you both moved in, you've been paying for, but your name hasn't been on the title because you had low self-esteem and poor credit, but you paid $300,000 into the house, and you are trying to advocate to get your name on the title because now you're married and you've been together for freaking 11 years or whatever. That's just a personal example, but if that's happening and you're trying to look into the money, or you're trying to get some partnership and some accountability, from the narcissist, and you're starting to, maybe question them about this idea of, do they have like hidden bank accounts? And, so these narcissists are famous for hiding money, bilking people out of money. They are thieves, they are the ultimate thieves. And they sometimes do it in this guise of almost as if they don't care about money, and they are absolutely duplicitous with money. So when you start questioning them on that, and you start asking them, and you start wanting information, and you start, calling them out, that can make them very nervous. Also, when the narcissist, these people are very, 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 very sensitive to a change in your ideology. So if they believe that you are no longer seeing them in the way that they want to be seen, because again, they're all about crafting an image for the world to see them. They need you to see them a certain way. They want to control the way that you see them. They want to control the way their family sees them. They want to control the way others see them. So that's part of the reason why they morph into a chameleon depending upon who they're with, because, for this affair partner at work, they need to be acting a certain way to make that person see them a certain way that's that person's ideal. To their mother, they want to act a certain way to their mother because they want that person to see them in a certain light. They may act a different way to their father because they want that person to see them in a certain light. They're all about controlling the perception of who they are. It's all about this false mask, this presentation, this fake person. So when you start to call them out on that, if you start asking them about, information about their hidden bank accounts or their, activities about money, trying to hold them accountable, trying to be a partner, that's when things are going to start getting shady. The thing is this is something really important to note, is there are quite a few studies that are coming out now that talk about how actually when a narcissist lies, it makes them feel more comfortable. When they do lies of omission or withholding information or outright lies, it makes them feel comfortable and safe because it's like keeping up and upholding their mask. The rest of us, when we lie, we feel bad. We don't like it. Normal people feel yucky. We feel guilty. We feel remorse. We feel yuck when we lie. We feel nervous, like in a bad way. Narcissists actually lie and it makes them feel good. It is like a soothing because they're maintaining their mask, their falsity, their false self. So another thing that really, really gets under the skin of a narcissist is when others have integrity, when others are, having integrity, when others are, authentic, when others are honest or trying to be honest, trying to tell the truth. And that really makes narcissists feel very, very uncomfortable. If somebody is trying to hold the narcissist accountable, when the narcissist's actions are not matching the words, and that person is like, no, your actions are not matching your words. That's not going to work for me. Like that's not working. You said this and you did this, and that's holding them accountable. Narcissists absolutely refuse to take any personal responsibility for anything that they do that's negative or harms they cause. They absolutely refuse to be held accountable. They will not be accountable for their actions. So if you start trying to hold them accountable for their actions, you better watch out, because they are not going to like that. They really don't like it when you say no to them or you start setting boundaries, and you will no longer tolerate their psychological, emotional, physical, or verbal abuse. If you start developing healthy boundaries and setting them, a narcissist absolutely cannot handle that. If you start trying to hold them accountable for all their, where are you? Why are you gone? Why are your work trips turning in from, 1 week work trips to 3 week work trips? Where are you going? Why aren't you calling? Why are you gone? Why don't you come home at night? How come you're coming home? You go to work at 6 a.m., you come home at 8 p.m., are they paying you overtime for that time? What are you doing? And you're trying to call them out on what they're doing. Remember, these people are entitled. They're special. They feel entitled to do whatever they want. They do not feel obliged. It doesn't matter if they've been married to you for 20, 15, 10 years. They do not feel obliged to be held accountable at all to anything that you want them to do. They are entitled and they're special. The rules do not apply to them. You better be very faithful and monogamous to them, but they can do whatever they want. And how dare you try to tell them differently? How dare you try to hold them accountable to the vow they made of marriage? How dare you? Or to the commitment they made of being in a relationship with you and being monogamous? Like, how dare you? So remember, again, they're the 3 E's. They're entitled. They're very entitled. They're special. The rules do not apply to them. They are exploitative. They exploit others to get their needs met. They absolutely use people, and they have low empathy. So the 3 E's: exploitation, entitlement, and impaired empathy. They're always operating in those 3 E's, whether they're overt narcissist, covert narcissist, vulnerable, shy narcissist, somatic, or cerebral. It really doesn't matter. They're all going to be operating in those 3 E's. And then they also don't like it when someone is put off by their love bombing, or is not buying into it, or is not falling for it. They also don't like it when somebody has a strong sense of self, and somebody has they're authentic, they have a strong sense of self, they're not afraid of who they are, they're honest, they're willing to come out to the world and tell the world who they really are, rather than hiding behind some false mask, some facade. That narcissists get very, very uncomfortable when they're convicted, because they're around people that are not bullshitters like narcissists are, right? So narcissists are sending this false self. They absolutely they're not comfortable enough with themselves or secure enough with themselves to send a real person. So they have this deep-seated insecurity. They have this incredible fear of abandonment. And so when somebody is very authentic and open and honest and not afraid to speak truth to the lie, that is when a narcissist is going to start getting very, very nervous. So my dears, if you would like to be able to, repel narcissists, my suggestion is set really healthy boundaries. Be authentic with everyone in your life. Tell the truth. Do not send a mask, and hold people accountable. And when their actions don't match their words, call them out. The more you do that, the less likely you are going to be engaging in any narcissistic relationships, because they're going to go bye-bye. They cannot handle people that are their true selves. It's very convicting to them. It's like holding up a mirror to their falseness. So I don't know if this is helpful for you, but I'm trying to do what I can to help you guys and to help myself by doing this. Of course, it's not an act of altruism. It's helping me to heal as well. So again, like and subscribe if you like this content. And then also, if you're interested in private coaching, www.coachkat.org. I'm also working on some courses to help you heal, some video courses. So those should be coming out soon. Thanks so much and have a good day. Bye.